Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us right at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. We appreciate that. And a lot to talk about this morning, including that government shutdown and how it could impact you and your family. But first, we'll say hello to meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Get a check on that forecast. Hey, good morning, Jill.
Good morning. Well, you can't see me right now, ladies, because I'm at the weather wall for the first time in gosh, it's September 1st. Oh my gosh,
Congrats.
I'm back. Did you miss me? I missed you. Okay, let's get to the forecast right now. 24-hour temperature change. We are, yes, talking about cooler weather. Finally, it feels like fall when you step outside. But definitely there is a chill in the air, and you're going to need to adjust your attire today. So we're talking about temperature of 45 Salisbury, 50, for example, in Chester, and it's breezy outside, so that will obviously create more of a chill. Windsor Locks right now, we are just seeing that brightening sky as the sun is officially up. 48 degrees, northwest wind right now at 6 miles per hour, but we have some gustier winds on tap for today. So there you can see the wind is flowing from the generally the north and northeast. We have wind speed sustained as high as 18 miles per hour in Bridgeport, and we're going to see some gusts in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range off and on today. So yes, you're going to need the sunglasses as you head out the door, and certainly you're going to need a little jacket, and again, adjust your attire. Some of you sensitive to the cold may also need a little heat on in the vehicle, but certainly for schoolgoers, it is going to be cooler at lunch and recess. Still will need that light jacket with low 60s as we head towards the middle part of the, latter part of the morning hours. And then the ride home, we're not talking about upper 70s. How about mid and upper 60s instead? But this isn't the coolest we're going to experience. Much more on just how low it's going to go over the next 24 to 48 hours. Coming up a little later in your First Alert forecast. Caitlin?
All right, thanks, Jill. Good morning, everyone. 7:02 here on your Wednesday, heading out the door. Off to a pretty good start here. We've completely eliminated all the overnight road work, which is going to help you out. We had so much of it that was really slowing people down earlier this morning, but right now, no construction, no crashes. We are seeing some normal delays as traffic volume increases here. Live look in Hartford, 91 north and southbound. Here's that southbound lane of traffic as you're merging onto 84 here, slowing down at the light in Middletown along Route 9. Here's a look outside in Vernon, 84 east and westbound. This is right off of Hartford Turnpike by exit 65, and then here in Meriden along 691. So a couple of these spots here across the state are where we see some daytime construction. There's a lot of that will pop up. Some of those areas pop up right about now, the rest of them between about 8:30 and 9 o'clock. But again, those delays are because of normal traffic volume. 35-minute ride into Hartford, 84 eastbound, about 107-minute ride, 95 southbound towards the George Washington Bridge. That's a check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
We're staying on top of that breaking news from overnight. The federal government went into a partial shutdown while you were sleeping.
Yeah, the government now out of funding and out of time. The Senate failed to pass a Republican-backed short-term spending bill to keep the government open until late November.
It did receive a few more votes than it did a couple weeks ago, but it still wasn't enough. The Senate expected to hold another round of voting today. And the two sides remain at odds over health care. Democrats want to extend health care subsidies that help lower costs for people using the Affordable Care Act. Republicans say it should be handled separately. And right now, federal workers who are deemed essential are still getting ready to go to work this morning.
That includes air traffic controllers, TSA agents at Bradley International Airport already showing up for work. That's where we find your reporter, Taylor Knight, for more on how the shutdown is affecting operations there.
Well, the line right now here at Bradley is short, but it is steady. You can see right over here, not many people in line right now, and this is really how it's been for the past hour or so. Nothing to be concerned about here at Bradley. Very typical for this time in the morning. I was able to speak with the TSA agent. He told me there were no call-outs here at Bradley this morning. These TSA agents are still here doing their jobs, but because of the government shutdown, they are not getting paid. Thousands of essential employees are still heading into work today, regardless of a government shutdown. Essential workers include the air traffic controllers and TSA agents here at Bradley and at all airports in the country, as well as national security officers like the FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, as well as the military. But non-essential federal workers are furloughed, being told to stay home. And President Trump has threatened permanent layoffs directed at Democrats.
We'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and the Democrats, they're going to be Democrats. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things.
Back here at Bradley now, the TSA is warning travelers to be prepared for longer lines during this government shutdown. There also might be delays and cancellations of flights, but right now here at Bradley, no delays or cancellations to tell you about this morning. Your reporter live in Windsor Locks, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Taylor, thank you. Our team coverage here of the shutdown continues as you're waking up. We're taking a closer look at here how the state and local leaders are dealing with the fallout.
Your reporter Mercy Jones has more on what local leaders plan to do about the shutdown.
A little bit of good news. Some state lawmakers here in Connecticut say that for the immediate future, we're talking this week and next week, most government operations will remain unaffected. However, there are some areas of concern that could impact a number of people should the shutdown drag on. Here in Connecticut, Governor Ned Lamont says there won't be an immediate disruption to state services, but nonprofit providers who rely on federal dollars are being closely monitored. One of the biggest questions now, how long can critical food assistance programs like SNAP and WIC continue if funding is stalled longer? Governor Lamont posted a video message on X last night, reassuring residents that state lawmakers are doing everything they can to deliver uninterrupted services for as long as possible, and urged a federal resolution.
So you don't have to worry about anything in the near term. Could be some telephones aren't getting answered when you call the federal offices. More importantly, I think it's time to make a deal.
And we know that Governor Lamont has tapped his deputy chief of staff to go around to all the different nonprofits to see exactly how long they can operate without those federal funds. Your reporter in Hartford, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And we'll have much more of the shutdown and what it means for you throughout the morning on Eyewitness News. You can also download the WFSB app to follow the latest developments out of Washington. Right now, we had some breaking news in Windsor where fire crews are responding to a commercial building. This is a look at the scene earlier this morning at the Rolled Alloys building on Pigeon Hill Road. So far, officials have only confirmed something happened out there, but haven't yet clarified what that is with us. We'll keep you updated here on the Wax.
Right now, nearly 100 new laws taking effect statewide. One allows for up to a 2-year license suspension and increased fines for those caught holding a street takeover. There's also a new law prohibiting e-bikes from being used on bike paths and hiking trails. And another law allows for hunting and on private land on Sundays, as long as you have the landowner's permission in writing. Also, a new law prohibiting first cousins from getting married in our state.
New this morning, Torrington police are offering up to $2,500 for information about what started this massive fire at the former Stone Container Factory site early Sunday. Police are still investigating what caused it. That fire burning for more than 24 hours and more than 20 fire departments responded. Thankfully, no one was hurt. If you have any information, you can contact the Torrington Police or fire departments or the state's arson hotline. We put those numbers for you on our website and mobile app.
Right now in New Britain, police are looking for the person responsible for a shooting in the city yesterday evening. Investigators say a man was shot in the leg around 6 o'clock on Jubilee Street. Police say eyewitnesses told them a green sedan was involved and took off. The victim was taken to the hospital, is expected to be okay.
The water is back on in Meriden after crews repaired a water main break on South Colony Road. That area was blocked off for much of yesterday between Gold and Olive Streets. We're told because of the ongoing repairs, some people reported discolored water. City leaders saying if you flush cold water through your faucet for 15 to 20 minutes, that should clear it up.
And today, a man is due in court to face claims that he touched himself inappropriately while following women around a Hobby Lobby store in East Haven. The suspect is facing a breach of peace charge and is being held on bond right now. Police say he's a registered sex offender and is currently on parole.
This morning, you could soon see some savings on your prescription drug costs. Pfizer reached a deal with the White House to lower those costs. The president has promised similar deals with other drug companies under the threat of tariffs. Now, under this agreement with Pfizer, Pfizer will charge Medicaid the lowest price it offers to other countries. It will also participate in a new website the White House is launching, which allows patients to buy drugs directly from manufacturers.
Right now, a man is facing charges after police say he broke into an elementary school in New Hartford. State police say they found Adam Wesolowski wandering around near Ann Antolini School without his shirt on. Troopers were dispatched there when the alarm went off. Police say he got through a window, stole food from the cafeteria. He's charged with burglary and possession of a controlled substance. And this morning, Red Sox fans waking up happy, Yankees fans not so much.
Yeah, there was a winner in last night's game, right? The Red Sox taking this one, game one of the best of 3 American League wild card series against the Yankees. Boston scored 2 runs in the top of the 7th and took the lead. The Yankees were unable to score after loading the bases with no outs in the bottom of the 9th.
One more win for the Red Sox will send them to the next round of the playoffs. New York needs to win the next 2 games to avoid elimination. And the teams will be back at Yankee Stadium for Game 2 tonight. It starts just after 6.